Hello, welcome to another edition of the Pace Report. I'm Brian Pace reporting live here at the Iridium Jazz Club here in New York City. Making their debut here in New York City are the quartet, the Blues Broads, and these four women bring back the great respect and love of the blues by way of rock as well as gospel music. In fact, I sat down earlier with all four females who combined spend some 200 years in the recording industry. We talked about the importance of blues music. We talked about the origins of how these women came to know American roots music by way of the blues as well as gospel. And we're also talking about moving forward how these women collaborate and put together their input to make the Blues Broads. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds of the New York debut of the Blues Broads here at the Iridium here in New York City.
Let's get it back on the love that we've done. I see you out there having too much fun. I gave you life, love, and liberty. Come back, baby, share it with me. Bring it to me, bring it to me. Bring me your love. Bring it to me, bring it to me. Bring me your love. My cousin told me she knew you too. She don't know you like I do. I knew you when you were down and out. And then, baby, what's that about? Bring it to me, oh, bring it to me. Bring me your love. Bring it to me, please bring it to me. Bring me your love. I wanna see it. Hey, baby, don't you remember when you needed me? The people bring I bring you up and tell you now. I put your feet sorry. Bring it to me, oh, bring it to me. Bring me your love. Bring it to me, bring it to me. Bring me your love, and I wanna see
Angela, welcome to New York City and congratulations on your New York debut with the Blues Broads. This has got to be a sort of elation for you and the group as well as just great American roots music, which is called the blues.
Oh, you bet. It's a wonderful thing. We're so proud that we can end our tour here in New York City for 2 nights, and what can I say? It's our first trip to the East Coast, and we're really happy about it.
This is your debut record, and tell the viewers out here about the concept of the Blues Broads, because you are really encompassing a lot of American roots music. There's blues, there's gospel, and there's rock and roll.
Oh, that's the beauty of it. Each of us has had her own career in different styles of music, so we bring that to the group. We try to show everybody off in the style that they're most comfortable with, but then we get together in different combinations and back each other up, and that's where the fun starts.
Tell me how long ago the project came together. I mean, this is an idea that took a couple of years in the making.
Exactly. Tracy Nelson and I started doing occasional gigs together. She liked my band on the West Coast, and she comes out of the Nashville area, and everybody else was in the Bay Area. And so we did some gigs, some festivals together out there. And then my husband actually suggested, because he knows how much fun it is for singers to get together. I tried that in Texas way back in my career. And it's such a great concept to team up with other people. So first of all, we invited our longtime family friend Annie Sampson to join us, and that was fun. And then finally we met Dorothy Morrison, and she is the original singer on Oh Happy Day. And when we met Dorothy, and her personality and her voice are just so overwhelming that we started saying, look, please, Dorothy, come out and see us and see what we're doing. And you may not think it's in your world or anything, but I think you'll see what fun we have. So finally, she came out to see us, and she little by little she said, okay, let's try this out. So when she joined up with us a couple of years ago, we got more serious, and we made the DVD CD live performance, and now we're just having fun with it and touring behind it.
When something's wrong with my baby, something's wrong with me. Oh yes it is. If I know, he was ready. Somehow I feel the same old misery. We've been through so much together. We stood as one, and that's what makes it better. Just what he's done for me now. Oh, you just wouldn't understand. People say he's no good. I'm his woman, and I know that he's my man. If he has a problem, you know I got the
Annie, you are part of history right now. In fact, you are making a debut here in New York City. What's it been like performing amongst new audience fans and performing the new music to people that have never even been experienced to the blues?
It's a wonderful feeling to be giving someone something they've never had that they really need, and to bring our music to New York. It's a wonderful thing. Yeah, we're enjoying it, and the people are very receptive. And I've been in New York before, but I was in a rock and roll band when I came through here. But this is also very good.
Between the four of you, there's about 2 centuries of music experience that you're bringing to the table. What is it that you're bringing to the Blues Broads?
Spirit, uplifting, hope, for people that are downtrodden and confused about all the things that are going on in our world today. And we're bringing love and sharing of the music with everyone. You know, what God has given us to give to everyone. You know, it's a mission that we're on, and not of our own making. It's a calling, actually.
What is it about blues in 2013 that's just not connecting with the mainstream music fans anymore? Because, you know, back in the, I guess, early 1900s up until maybe like the early 70s, blues was really a part of the American fabric.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was. It was a very big part of the American fabric, a la Eric Clapton, you know, B.B. King, Freddie King, and all those people were really bringing it to fruition, you know. Angela's friend, Angela, that passed in the airplane.
Solomon Burke.
No. From Texas, Stevie Ray Vaughan, yes. Stevie Ray and his brother Jimmy Ray Vaughan. And so it was really happening then. And it's not dead. There's a lot of people that still love the blues, you know. And I think it's going to come back around, as does everything.
You must leave now. Take what you need. You think will last. But whatever you wish to keep, you better grab it fast. Understand your orphan with his gun. Crying like a fire in the sun. Look out, the saints are coming through. And it's all over now, baby blue. Heartache and pain, each and every day. Just don't make sense. We live this way. I've got to stop and get up. Ooh, yeah. Day after day, it's getting so hard to bear. Ooh, I'm standing in the middle of a three parade love affair, and it don't do me no good. After a while, I got to get up and walk away. I do get up and walk away. Don't keep on telling me time is about a change. Time is standing on so still. I can't stay here no longer. Can't even cry no more. Make me stay one
Tracy, this is a big feat for four women, bringing a very different dynamic to roots music, to new music fans in New York City. How do you feel right about now?
Well, we had a great time last night. The audience was wonderful. I felt when we first started, I felt like they were a little stunned, and then they kind of got with it real fast, and You know, we have so much fun. We hardly ever think about the audience, but then at a point we start getting that feed, and we know it's like all kind of being reciprocal, and it's, you know, it feels good.
That's what the blues does to you.
Yeah, yeah. Blues is not supposed to make you unhappy. It's even if the you know, if it's about something unhappy, it's still supposed to make you feel good, and it does us.
What is it that you bring to the Blues Broads?
Me? What a good and impossible to answer question. Just my own deal. I mean, I've always sung. I've always loved blues. We all approach it in a different way from a different context, and what this group brings to me is that it's just. I grew up in a family that sang together. We'd sing 4-part harmony, and having these 4 women or 3 other women who, you know, that we've just sort of blended singing together like people do when they're families, where you just kind of automatically, you know, where you're going to go, and so I just bring one part of the whole, but when we all put the whole together, it's bigger than it should be. Follow me?
What is it about the Blues Broads that is injecting new life to not just blues music, but American roots music?
Well, we're all in our 60s. We've all done this for probably 50-some years each, so we're bringing 200 years of experience into this, and just, you know, like I say, the sum of the parts. There are, I heard you talking earlier. There aren't a lot of women in blues, and so we've just upped the percentage, you know, big time. And I don't know that we bring anything new. It's just we bring, you know, 4 times the energy, because each of us is kicking, you know, the other person, and so I just think we bring a huge amount of energy, and just kind of the knowledge that this music is out there, and, you know, people are doing it.
What does blues music mean to you?
That's not a question that can be answered. That's one of those, you know, it's a visceral thing. It's an emotional thing, and you can't. I can't articulate it. I can't articulate why a white Norwegian girl from Madison, Wisconsin, should have, from the minute I started hearing it, wanted to do blues and have been doing blues for 50 years. But I couldn't tell you why. It just, if it hit me, it grabbed me, and that was it. It was the only thing that really did.
Yeah, Jesus, I'll never forget what you've done, right? What you've done for me. Jesus, I'll never forget how you set my soul free. Jesus, I'll never forget how you brought me out. Well, no, I'll never forget. I'm singing Jesus, I'll never forget you done for me. Jesus, I'll never forget how you set my soul free. Jesus, I'll never forget how you brought me out. Well, no, I'll never forget. I remember how you took my feet off the mighty clay. What you done for me. Jesus, I'll never forget. Set my soul free. Jesus, I'll never forget how you brought me out. Well, no, I'll never forget. You've been my mother when I was motherless. That's what you done. You've been my bread when I was hungry. That's what you done for me. My life in darkness. That's what you done for me. And then you took my feet out the miry clay, and I'll never forget. I'm singing Jesus, I'll never forget you done for me. Jesus, I'll never forget how you set my soul free. Jesus, I'll never forget how you brought me out. No, And then you took my feet out of my clay, and I'll never forget. Singing Jesus, Jesus, I what you done, you done for me. Jesus, Jesus, I'll never forget. You set my soul free. Jesus, Jesus, I'll never forget. You brought me out. Well, no, 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 no. I'll never
Dorothy, you bring another flavor to the Blues Broads, and you come from a very rich tradition of gospel music, and you're bringing it to the Blues Broad. Tell me how that is working out for you musically.
It's working out fine. Working out just wonderful because first the blues thing is not my forte. I wasn't raised into the blues. I was raised into the Kojic church, and so to say blues is like, oh my God. But for me to bring in the gospel, it gives me an opportunity to share that side of music. All music is good. And I'm learning that as well. I thought it was just gospel, but I'm finding out blues is good too. Pop is good. All of that's good.
Well, the great soul and blues and jazz vocalists came from the church.
Amen. 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 So it's all. I'm just opening up my understanding now. I'm broadening, it's just like, okay, because I was like living in a tunnel type of thing, just church. But now I'm being with the Blues Broads. It's opening up a lot of the music avenues to me that I see that it is good as well as gospel.
There have been some great music vocalists, groups that have brought the vernacular of roots music, the Manhattan Transfer, the Persuaders, Sweet Honey and the Rock.
Yes.
But you guys are kind of going against the grain. You're doing something that is not, it's pretty much like you said, it's taboo in when we call commercial music.
Right. Usually, for as I know, the gospel, you're going to do gospel, or you're going to do blues, or you're going to do what. But like on our set, we tell them, look, can we go to church for a few minutes? And everybody usually said, hey, yeah, let's go to church, And when they say that, we open it up and we give it to them. We're from the Bay Area, and the Bay Area likes to shout.
Oh, happy day, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day. When Jesus, oh, when Jesus was. Oh, when Jesus was. I'm so glad he was when Jesus was. He was my sin. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. He taught me how. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day.
You know, I don't see too many females playing blues music. I mean, the exception of Bonnie Raitt, who kind of swings towards the rock side, but there's a blues tinge to it. And there's Shamika Copeland. What is it about women in the blues that you feel that they're just not singing? And let's not forget, too, you know, in the 20s we had Bessie Smith and
Yes.
Billie Holiday.
Yes, the classic. There were a lot of women in classic blues. I don't know what happened, but maybe it was when blues became a different style as far as the instrumentation, and it became, you know, electrified and all that. And I know, because when I started my career, the weird thing was there were no role models as far as women fronting bands. So it that part of it was a little bit strange, and I don't know what to say. You know, we did feel like kind of we were out there by ourselves, and lucky that the wonderful musicians we have, for instance, in this band, really love backing us up, because couldn't even do it, couldn't even go on stage without wonderful musicians behind us. We don't have to worry about anything except pleasing the audience, and the band drives us, and they're just wonderful.
That'll do it again for another edition of the Pace Report. Reporting live here at the Iridium Jazz Club as part of the Keystone Corner Nights here at the Iridium Jazz Club. I'd like to personally thank the talented Blues Broads for their time, Todd Barkin, as well as Scott Thompson PR for the hospitality, as well as the staff and management here at the Iridium. As always, please visit my website, www.thepacereport.com, for my weekly column as well as my past segments. Until next time, remember, if it's in the groove, it'll make you move. Till next time, peace.
Let's get it back on the